Good evening, PEL. As the playoff race is heating up, and it's time to get in some Week 15 predictions. So, we got the Lions and the Eagles in the first game. Both teams are kind of out of the playoffs and playing for next season. So, I'm going to take the and welcome back, Jerome. True Lock is True Lock is been with us for a long time. He just came back, so that's good to see. So welcome back, Jerome. But I'm going to take the Lions in this one over the Eagles. Let's say 20-14. We got the Packers and the Bears, and this is another big win for the Bears as he keeps pace. And he's going to get the force over Agape, who's still working in California. And this is another big win for the Bears as he keeps pace with the Vikings, who are actually in the next game down, and he's looking good for a wild card slot. So I'm going to take the Bears are getting the force. So we got the Giants and the Vikings, and now everybody in the NFC East has 8 wins, and Aaron is looking for to win the North, stay ahead of the Bears, and maybe get into that first round bye, home field advantage type situation. So this is a big game for both the Giants and the Vikings, and I'm going to take Aaron at home over Kyle, which should be a really good game. Let's say 24-21 Vikings. We got the Dolphins and the Cowboys, and this is a big win for the Dolphins to keep pace in the AFC East. I think this is his 9th win, which puts him right there with the Bills. So this is a big win over Dallas, and the loss actually hurts Lee because he has 8 wins and he goes to 8-6 in the NFC East, which all those teams have 8 wins. All of them won last week. So this is a tough loss for Lee, but all is not lost because they played a lot of NFC East games the last 2 weeks of the season, especially for the Redskins. I think he plays the Cowboys and the Giants. So we got the Bengals and the Browns, who have took over as the 1 seed. The Browns are now the 1 seed because they own the tiebreaker over the Ravens. They do play the Ravens again before the season is over, so a chance for Lamar Jackson and company and Caleb to try to right that wrong. But the Bengals will definitely get this one over the Browns in pretty easy fashion. Let's say 28-17. Sorry, Tristan, picked you again. We got the Jets and the Patriots. Give me the Jets in this one. Let's say 24-20. I don't know playoff implications in that game. We got the Bills and the Ravens, and the Bills desperately need this one, and the Ravens do too. If the Ravens want to win the North and get a bye and home field advantage at least in one game of the playoffs, they're going to have to win this game. And if the Bills want to win the East to keep pace with this Dolphins game up here, they're going to have to win. But I'm going to take Caleb. I know he's been struggling a little bit without Lamar Jackson, and that's allowed Tristan to catch him. But I think he'll get this one done in a really close game. We'll say 21-17. We got the Texans and the Colts, and the Colts won last week, which puts him at 8-5. The Texans are 8-5, and the Titans are 8-5 in what has just all of a sudden become a 3-horse race in the AFC South. So Texans and the Colts, and I believe that the Texans lost last week on a 4, so I'm not sure what's going on with Levi. Let's look. I am looking for the Texans, which are right there, and they played the Broncos, and the Broncos won straight up 33-30. So Levi is not on auto. So okay, so we have the Texans and the Colts in a huge AFC South matchup, and the Colts are at home, and the Colts are playing really well, and it's very odd to see Levi have 5 losses. I'm going to take the Colts. Colts are hot. I'm going to say 27-24, and another field goal game for Levi. And the Colts will move to 9-5 in challenging for the AFC South. Next up, we got the Jaguars, who are getting the force over Deontay. Jaguars got a win over me last week. A lot of pressure. He's trying out some new man-to-man schemes, and I'm telling that pass rush is ferocious. So Jeff's, looking to change it up a little bit and get back, and he's going to get the force this week over Deontay. We got the Bucks and the Falcons, and I won the first one against the Bucks, and I'm betting the way we split last year. I think we'll probably split this year. Let's give the Bucks this one in a 17-10 victory over the Falcons. We got the Cardinals and Seahawks, and the Cardinals actually, the Seahawks and the Cardinals actually already played 41-13 for the Cardinals, and that all but locks up the NFC West for the Seahawks. Bugatti did get him last week, which was a big win for Bugatti to, when he gets in the playoffs, which it looks like he will, he'll be a very dangerous out now that he's rolling. But the Seahawks get a big win here, and I think all but lock up the NFC West. So congratulations, Bueno. Looks like you'll be heading for a first round bye and the home field advantage throughout the playoffs again. So good job. We got the Chiefs and the Broncos, and the Chiefs are 8-5 too, hanging on to that wild card. And this is a bad time for him to play the red hot Broncos, who are right there at the top of the AFC. Broncos, I think, have 2 losses, makes him a little 12-2, 11-2, something like that. So look for the Broncos to keep rolling towards that first round bye and home field advantage. Tough loss for the Chiefs here, let's say 27-21. We got the Raiders and the Titans, and as I mentioned before, Scooby is also 8-5 in that wild AFC South. So, look for him to handle Blake in this one pretty easy. Let's say 27-14. We got the Panthers and the Redskins in a interesting battle here, because the Redskins have 8 wins, and I think Matt has 9 wins, and he's pretty much locked up the South with myself losing and Reggie slipping. So I think Matt's pretty much locked up the South, so he's just kind of looking to slide into that 3 or 4 hole, and possibly looking at that 2 if he could get some help. So I'm going to take the Panthers in this one. Redskins hold their fate in their hands the next 2 weeks, playing the Cowboys and the Giants. So I'm going to take Matt in this one over Rag Job, let's say 24-20. We got the Rams and the Saints, and the Rams are on fire. I don't think Reggie's going to be able to do much with Bugatti now that Bugatti is just out and rolling. So let's take the Rams 27-17. And last but not least, we got the Steelers and the 49ers. Steelers playing pretty well, and I think he's going to get the win in this one over the struggling 49ers. We'll say 21-14. So, guys, that's week 15, and we're really getting down to a lot of big games coming down the stretch, and good luck to everybody, and I'll catch you later.